Hi everyone and welcome to the read-alouds. This is my last book haul of 2017 and my last video for 2017. We will see you back in the new year, but this is everything I got on Cyber Monday from the book people, and I also got a couple of books myself which I showed in my mummy favourites video. But this is what I got for my daughter on Cyber Monday. We got the DK animal box collection. Now have already bought some of my curriculum for next year, and as I said, I'm an early bird. And we are doing in science, sorry, it's paint on my hand. In science we are doing human body and mammals and animals, so I got this pack of books I thought would go great with our science for next year. I also got the Osborne book about weather for an upcoming unit study. And then I got these weather infographics books. There are a few different ones. There's not just weather, there's weather, human body, space. And then there is animals, continents and habitats. I got this big pack of DK Find Out books, so there are 10 in there. All these different topics. Ignore the price, it was nowhere near that. I think it was about £10 in the sale. Those are the topics that come inside. We got Coding for Beginners using Python, the Great Artist Collection, and there are the artists inside: Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Monet, Picasso, Rembrandt and Van Gogh. The School of Music, so listen and learn with bonus music samples. It's really fun the way they've done it. So it covers everything, you know, what different kinds of music are there, what does it take to make a singer sing. It's just really fun. I got these book stories for 5-year-olds, so there are animal stories, magical stories and funny stories. This little 3D pop-out book with the 3 little pigs and the wolf. We got the animal factivity book, and this includes the life cycle of a frog. A big pack of readers, there were 30 in there in total. We got Egyptians, a Magic Tree House book, Diving with Dolphins, the Antarctica, Sun, Moon and Stars, Your Body. These are all great because they're short tidbits of information, and as she's reading really well, she can move on to these, and it's obviously non-fiction. And then we've got the Royal Doll's House sticker book. This is really fun, so you get all the different scenes and then the stickers inside. Some of the scenes are really stunning. Definitely a royal house. And then finally we got the first Osborne sticker book of Garden, and we'll use this next year in our gardening unit. So that's everything we got in our Cyber Monday book haul, and this is, as I said, my last video of 2017. We will see you all in the new year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Best wishes. Everyone and welcome to the read-alouds. I have got a book people haul today for you. It is a great, amazing, I can't gush about it enough, website. They're all 75% off anyway, but then today there was an additional 20% off, and I feel like I got some really good bargains this time. So I'll show you what I picked. So we got the Magnificent Book of Animals. I'll tell you the prices as well. Let me know if you like me telling you the prices. I always do when I watch these kind of discount hauls, but it does take a little bit longer, so let me know if you do like the prices. It is absolutely beautiful. Hello. This was on Amazon for $14.99, and I paid $3.99 for it. So great bargain. I think pictures are just absolutely fantastic. So that's the animals one, and then I also got the ocean creatures one. We're doing our ocean unit currently, so this is perfect timing to see this. And again, that was $3.99. We got the Buildings That Made London. So there's all the buildings that they include. As I said, in a previous video, we're doing European geography this year, so I thought this would go really well. Oh, and it's a fold out one as well. I actually thought the book was a bit shaped funny initially, but that's why some of the pages look different sizes. I've only just unboxed this myself. This is my first time looking at them with you. Oh, look at the lion. Oh, that's so fun. I love that one. And that again was $3.99. Bacteria, gross germs, viral viruses and Funky Fungi. That sounds really fun. We're doing The Plague with the Middle Ages, and I thought this would be a really fun book to go with. And that one was £3.19. This is a pack of 4. We've got auroras, constellations, eclipses, and meteor showers. I had a deja vu moment when I opened this, and I thought, did I already have this? Because I haven't put all my new curriculum stuff away yet. So if I do find out I do have it, I'll send it back. But otherwise, that was some lovely books, and I'm still having deja vu. I think these were $4.79. I'll have to go back and watch my other video because everything's in a box and I don't want to get it out until I film a haul. To see if I have already got these. You'll probably be laughing if you've watched my other book people haul and you've seen them, but there we go. Hey, we've got Stand Up, Stand Out, 25 rebel heroes who stood up for their beliefs and how they could inspire you. This was $3.99. In terms of who we have, here are our people, and each one has a 2-page spread, no, a little bit more than that. This looks like an interesting one. Okay, this was £2.14. Sherlock Bones and the Addition and Subtraction Adventure. Usually a little secret solver. I thought that would be fun. And then all of the problems are like this. I thought we'd use this over the summer and then throughout the year as well, just for additional fun facts practice. I got a couple of these sticker mosaics. They were $3.19 each. This one is Wild Creatures. So there are all the images. And then they're quite intricate actually, so she potentially might need a little bit of help doing this, but I still thought it was worth getting because I think as the year progresses you'll be able to do it by yourself. She might be able to do it by herself now, but some of the pieces are a little bit small. But it looks really fun, and here are your pieces. The Neon Nature. Those are the pictures for that one. Okay, this one is the Robert Winston Science Lab. We have a couple of his other books, but this one is more STEM related than experiments necessarily. So that would be a good investment. And that one was $3.99. Okay, we got the Roald Dahl's Creative Writing Pack with Charlie. It's also got BFG and Matilda. They were £3.19 for the 3 of them, so that was a really good deal as well. They're on Amazon, I think, for £5 something each, so I'm really happy with that one. This is a lovely book. This is the RSPB Wildlife in Your Garden. Really beautiful pictures. Fun for nature study. And that one was $3.99. This is the DK General Knowledge Genius. This was $3.99. So a quiz encyclopedia, so a little bit different than your regular. And this is perfect for one of the things you're going to see in my curriculum. I'm going to be posting that next week, all being well. Just need to film it all, which is a mission in itself. But I do want to put everything away, so I definitely need to film this haul. Okay. This was $3.99 like the other one. This is What Would She Do? Real life stories of 25 rebel women who changed the world. I love the end pages, they're beautiful. In terms of ladies, we have, and it's very similar to the previous book. I think they all get a couple of pages each. I just picked this up to have on hand for the future probably. This was just £2.39. Just thought we might want it at some point. And there's the final one of those sticker mosaics. This is the Fine Art Masterpieces, and there are the paintings. Picked up the Sea book again for our ocean unit. This was £3.19. Cute little drawings and information. Well, pictures, information. This is the close-up continent set. So we've got Mapping Africa. Let me just read it. We've got Mapping North America, Asia, South America, Australia, I can't say that, Australasia and Antarctica, and Mapping Europe. This looks like a fun one. Again, this was a great deal as well. This was £8 for all of them. I don't really have time to open them now, but if you want to see a close-up, let me know and I'll do a flip through. But I'll probably show you the Europe one in my curriculum haul anyway. Just I'm in a rush. Got the No Nonsense Guide to Measurements, $3.19. It's like a fun one. We have got The Wind in the Willows. This was $3.19. I thought I had The Wind in the Willows, but when I came to put it onto our read aloud list, I could only find a small little one. So I decided to get another one. Write Your Best Story Ever. I'll tell you that one, the price of that one in a second. I thought this would be a fun one to add to our writing curriculum this year. That was £4. This was $3.19. You would have seen it in my other haul. I had the Maze Quest Geography. I've decided to get the Maze Quest History. Thought they'd be fun. Okay, Around the World in 80 Days for Geography. That was $3.99. It's one of the Osborne Young Readers. Nice pictures in that one. And then we got the National Geographic Night Sky. This is really small than I expected, but actually it's perfect when you think about if you want to take it into your backpack or something. That one was, I think that one was £4. This was £2.19. The Diary of a Killer Cat. I just thought that would be fun for her to read. A pack of readers. We got the Strange, oh, it's not the Strange Box. I think it's called, hang on, it's called, what is it called? Time Chronicles. So there are 18 chapter books in here, designed to engage every 7 to 9-year-old. So here are our titles. So they look fun. They were $12.79, so that's a really good deal, and there are 18 of them. Okay, these were $5.49. Captain Pug, Cowboy Pug, and Safari Pug. I thought my daughter would love those. They're supposed to be in colour as well. I'll open them up in our curriculum haul to have a look inside. We have the Teacup House, Meet the Twitches, the Twitches Bake a Cake, and the Twitches Meet a Puppy. And they were $4.79. I'm anticipating those to both be readers, but I'll just need to check inside. But I think they should be okay. Then we've got, I think these could be either read or read aloud, or read with. So I need to have a look inside. We've got Violet and the Pearl of the Orient. So it's like spy mysteries. Violet and the Hidden Treasure, Violet and the Smugglers, and Violet and the Mummy Mystery. This looks really fun. Violet was $5.60. This looks really fun. So basically you have a selection of fairy tales. So there are Cinderella, Goldilocks, Red Riding Hood, Jack and Beanstalk, Snow White, and Hansel and Gretel. And as you're reading, you get to choose which path the character goes down. So there are 48 choices and 23 endings, an interactive fairy tale. And I thought they'd be really fun, and a great way to read a chapter book as well for her. So I got that pack, and that was $7.99. So again, I'll show you those in our curriculum haul and see if they're okay. For grade level, if not, I can do them as read alouds, but I thought they'd be so fun. And then finally, I got the 5 Children It collection. They were £4.80. I already had the first one, but I didn't have the second two. And for the price, I thought I may as well just get the pack. So that's everything in my Book People haul. Thanks so much for watching. Check out their website. I love them. They're the best company ever. And the next video should be, fingers crossed, my 2nd grade haul. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon. Everyone, hope you're well. So I've got a Book People haul today for you. They had a 15% off sale on Pancake Day, so we got a few things and I'll show you everything we got. So I'll tell you what the price was, and then it was an additional 15% off that. So the first one we got was this. We're going on an egg hunt. Lift the Flap and Find the Eggs book. This is Bloomsbury, illustrated by Laura Hughes. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. Gorgeous illustrations, and of course, being Lift the Flap, my daughter is going to love it because she still really enjoys that. And it's an egg hunt, so it's going to be so much fun. So I'm going to put that one away for closest to Easter. Now that was, let me just check my receipt. That one was £4.24. So that's with the 15% off. So it was originally $4.99. Then I got these two. This is a pack of 2 books, and they were with 15% off. They were £3.39, and they are Lego books. making numbers and alphabet letters, so they show you exactly how many blocks you need to make the uppercase and the lowercase, so your little one can follow the pattern to make the letters. I thought that was really fun. And then this one is numbers 1 to 20, so it shows you exactly how many to make and how many blocks you need to make it. And then also at the back it's got some extra things, so counting, and then it's got equal signs, a little bit of arithmetic, so divide, multiply, subtract, add. I thought that was really fun. So it goes up to 20 in terms of making the actual digits. So I thought that was a bargain for the two of them for £3.39. And then I got this Osborne Big Picture Thesaurus, and obviously it's an Osborne book, so it's going to be amazing. There's so many different activities in here. So you have the introduction with all the different words in there, then there's all the different pictures with different ways of saying things. So you'll need coat, fleece, jacket, parka. It's so much fun. I'm going to really enjoy going through that one. And that one was, she says it was £3.39. Then I got this pack of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory 24 pencils with erasers. I thought they were so fun. Now I think I'm going to do this as Christmas, so put it as a Christmas gift. And I absolutely adore. Look at them, they're so cute. All the different characters with the golden tickets. They look so much fun. And there's the different colours on the back. And they were £4.24. Okay, the next thing I got was a pack of 7 Curious George books. So all the different stories, dinosaurs, firefighters, library, train, toy store, and birthday surprise. And they worked out with the 15% off at £5.95. And then finally I got this 4-pack of books. So there's kitten, pony, bunny and puppy, and I absolutely love them because they've got a little necklace inside. Little bunny necklace in that one, kitten necklace and pony. I thought they were so cute. So what I'm going to do is put Bunny in her Easter basket, and then she will have one of them for her birthday, one of them for Christmas, and then one as a treat, you know, throughout the year. And they worked out for the set at £4.24 for all of them. This is amazing. So I really got some great bargains. Definitely check out the Book People. It's one of my favourite websites. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Hi everyone and welcome to Learn How To. Today I've got a Book People haul. Most of it is Christmas stuff, so Christmas presents, Christmas activities, so for my daughter, and then a few little bits for her friends. So we'll just get started and I'll let you know the prices as well. As you know, Book People are discounted anyway, plus there is a further 20% off. So we've got 3 activity books. If they were in a pack, I've just taken the paper off. So there was the Christmas Elf, Santa Surprise and Winter Wonderland, and they come out with festive pieces and little games and stickers in and things, and they were £2.39 for the 3 of them. Next item we have is the Osborne Little Sparkly Christmas sticker book. I love these, they're so beautiful. The stickers are, as the name suggests, really sparkly. Great quality, lots of fun. This will go in her 1st December Christmas hamper, as will they, and this was £2.09. The next item we have got is a picture book, 6 Dinner Sid. As soon as I saw this, I knew she would love it. She is a huge animal lover, so whenever I see any books like this, I always know that that's going to be a hit. And I'll put this in her little book stack that she gets for Christmas. And this one was £3.19. The next item we have got is this pack of books. There are 10 in here. And we still really love picture books. Obviously she can read them herself too, and I can read them to her as well. She absolutely loves them still, so I don't see any harm in having more picture books. I don't think you can ever have enough picture books, and I don't think you can ever be too old for picture books either. So we have 10 in this pack. We don't have any of them, which is great. If I have any duplicates, what I always do is save them for gifts for her friends. But in this pack, apart from possibly this one, but I think it's a different one we've got a different Charlie Cooks, I think, book than that one. I think we've got the library one, or it's something similar, but I don't think we've got any of those. That's great. And they were and they were $10.39 for the 10. So extremely good value. Next items we have got are two more picture books. These are hardback though. This is Beast Feast and Dragon Post. These are very reminiscent of the Jolly Postman, where they have the little letters inside. We've got the regular Jolly Postman and then the Jolly Christmas Postman. Definitely some of our favourites, so definitely recommend, especially this time of year, the Christmas one. But this is very similar. It has the letters inside that they've all written to the dragon in this case, and then the beast in this one. This one is about a beast that decides, well, he wants to eat the little child, but then decides it's not a very good idea because the little child doesn't want to be eaten. And again, it's got all the little cards in. It looks so fun. I'm excited for those. So they were $3.99 and £4, but they are hardback as well. The next I have got is this big stack of the You Wouldn't Want to Live Without collection. There are 20 in here, so we've got, does it say? No. Okay, so we've got coding, satellites, money, robots, gaming, simple machines, trees, nurses, numbers, snot. And then on this side we have got bees, sleep, gravity, poo, writing, dentists, extreme weather, antibiotics, clean water and electricity. And that pack was $14.39 and there were 20 in there, so huge value for those. Okay, moving over here, we have got some more Christmas books. So this is what we have inside. A Very Corgi Christmas. I'm so hoping that the Queen's Corgi movie is going to be out soon on DVD. I don't know if it'll be out in time for Christmas, because if it would be, that would be our Christmas movie. But I think she'll really like that book. And Rudolph, Norman, and again, we don't have any of these, which is fantastic. We definitely needed to refresh our Christmas books. So I'm excited to get some new ones, and they were £10.40 for the set. Next items we have are these readers. So Michael Rossen readers. This is Choosing Crumble, Fluff the Farting Fish, Bilau's Beautiful Bee, Barking for Bagels, Don't Forget Tiggs, and Hampstead the Hamster. They look funny, and they were £6.39. That's a good deal. And then we've got Little Miss Chatterbox and Little Miss Naughty, and they are little. I'm going to give one to my daughter. This Little Miss Chatterbox will be for my daughter. So it's a mini sticky notepad set. So you get the pen, the list here, and you get some post-its and some extra. So I thought that's perfect for a stocking stuffer. And then I will give the Little Miss Naughty to her friend. And that was £3.19 each. So that's a great price for a lovely stocking stuffer. Then we've got the Laugh and Learn with the Cat and the Hat series. So it's No Place Like Space, Tadpole, Oh the Pets, Bugs, Weather, Fish, Reptiles, Feathered Friends, and If I Ran the Rainforest. I think there are two that we already have, so I will gift the duplicates for her friends for Christmas, and they were £8.14 for the 10. Then this is another Christmas gift for my daughter. This is the Little Miss Princess Weekly Organiser, and we have all the sticky notes on one side, list, my royal list, and then the days of the week, so she can write what she wants to do. So Magnificent Monday, Tiara Tuesday, Wondrous Wednesday, Thoughtful Thursday, Fabulous Friday, Splendid Saturday, Super Sunday, and then Princessy Things to Do. So I thought that was really fun. And that one was £3.99. Then we have the National Geographic Kids set. It's levels 1 and 2 in here. We have got, let's see, Monkeys, Kitty, Dolphin, Cub, City and Country. We have also got Owls, Giraffes, Polar Bears, Storms, and Day and Night. I think there's one that we already have, so again I'll give to her friends for Christmas, and they were £9.09 for the set. Next item we have, again, is a Christmas present for my daughter. This is Etch Art Creations, Mythical Creatures. So you get the projects and ideas book on this side. And then in here you've got a huge stack of supplies, which are all your panels, your stencils, your instruction book, and your stylus. And that was £3.49. Next item we have got is this big pack of Little Miss pencils with erasers. I thought we were sticking with the theme, so we've got Miss Chatterbox, Little Miss Princess, and then we've got the Little Miss pencils, and they were £4.80 for 22 pencils with erasers. I just love the book people so much. Okay, back to Christmas. We've got the kids' Christmas cards. So you've got 20 cards and envelopes with 10 designs, 94 festive captions and icons, and 18 full shapes. Basically, you personalise your own cards. There's all the designs. So I'm sure she'll have lots of fun making those for her friends. And they were £4.80. It comes in this great box as well that you can keep. Okay, next item we have is the Picture Atlas, An Incredible Journey. It just feels so nice, this book. It is absolutely beautiful. I love it. It was £3.80. Here's our contents. And it's just so beautiful. I just love the illustrations. So there's an explanation for each region, continent, and then the actual maps. And the pictures are just beautiful. And for £3.80, despite the fact we have got tons of atlases, I had to get it because it is just stunning. Okay, so we have the Nat Geo Infopedia 2020. This was $3.49, and the Flip Flap Frozen. This was $3.19. We have a few of these different themes, but this obviously is the Frozen version. She loves them. They are so fun. So what have we got? A rain fin. And this looks really good too. Lots of really useful information in there. Very interactive and fun. Okay, we get one of these every year. It's a new design this year, which I'm really happy about. This is the Countdown to Christmas Advent Activities. We always have this in her 1st December Christmas hamper. This was $3.20, and there's all the different activities, and they're all new, so that is great. I think we've had the same one 2 years running, so I'm definitely glad that there's a new version out. We have another one of those sketch surprise books. This is Awesome Worlds. This was $3.19. This is actually sealed, so I don't want to open it because it's a Christmas present. That's what it looks like inside. Okay, and the last three items are all $3.19 each. So we've got the Live the Flap Animal Mazes. Change your path with the lift of a flap. I thought these sounded really fun. So basically, you've got your maze and then your flap. Ah, there's an obstacle. They look really fun. And then this is the world one. So here's our maze, and then underneath we have, oh, we're fine on that one, but we switched paths. The wolf's directing us somewhere else. And then this is a little collection of 4. So there's Too Tall to Sing, to 12, sorry, Too Shy to Sing, and then 2 others. And that's everything my book people haul. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Hope you're all enjoying, if you started your Christmas shopping, enjoying it. Let me know in the comments below if you're planning to get any books this Christmas, what they are. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Welcome to the Englander. Today I have got a book haul for you. It's mostly Costco and then 2 things from the book people. So the first thing we got was the Osborne Beginner Science collection. There are 10 books in here. So there's Earthquakes, Sun, Moon and Stars, Living in Space, Storms and Hurricanes, Volcanoes, Astronomy, the Solar System, Your Body, Planet Earth and Weather. And that was $12.99 for the 10, so I thought that was quite a good deal actually, considering they're usually about £4 plus for each book. We do have a couple of them, but we don't have 6 of them, so I still think that that was worth it for the price. The next thing we got were the 4-pack of Osborne Fairy Unicorn books. They were $5.99, and there are Magic Forest, Cloud Castle, Wind Charm and Enchanted something. I can't see what that is. Enchanted Forest probably. Something else. Oh, Enchanted River. There we go. So some read aloud books. They're quite thick. Then we got the Winnie and Wilbur Explorer collection. So there's 6 books in there and then 2 CDs. And oops, those are the titles. We really like the Winnie and Wilbur books. We just have the black and white read-alouds. They are illustrated, but they are black and white. So these are, which should be fun because I think they'll be in colour. Then I got the Osborne Reading Books pack. They were $9.99, and there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of them. So those are the titles. Then we got the DK Encyclopedia, Knowledge Encyclopedia for the Human Body. That was $9.99, and the illustrations in this are absolutely stunning. I just think this is fabulous. Look at that. So I'm really excited to add this one to our collection. Then the next item we got is this Roald Dahl book. So it's a scrapbook of the stories, characters and creations. It was $7.99. It is such a fun book. So each of his stories is in here with all different information, little sections inside with the characters in. It's such a fun and well thought out book. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. It's the Twits. It's lovely. It's going to be fun to read. And we got this pack of books in here. This was again $9.99, and it's a mix 10 picture books. We don't have any of these titles, so that's a great thing to add to our bookshelves. We needed some new picture books. And then finally from Costco, stretching over, we got the Wind in the Willows. This is the Bath Treasury Children's Classic. This was $5.99, and it is absolutely stunning. We don't have a physical copy of the Wind in the Willows other than a tiny little, well, I'll lie, we do have an audio, and then we have a very tiny little Wind in the Willows book. But this is lovely, and the illustrations are beautiful. And this is one of the read-alouds I definitely want to read this year. So it's great to have our own copy. And then finally, from the Book People, we have two items. We have the Junior Illustrated Science Dictionary, that was £4. And then we have Osborne Coding for Beginners Using Scratch. We have the Python one, but we didn't have the Scratch, and they were both a great price at £4. Thanks for watching. Take care. Hi everyone, and welcome to Learning Ladder. Today I'm sharing with you some of our books that we've got for homeschool. So these are some for this current year, so 2016 to 17. And I've got some for 17 to 18 curriculum year, and then just some for when she's a little bit older that we can have, because I've been starting to build up her little bookshelf of older age books for when she's reading at that level. So I'll just start over here. So we've got The Secret Garden, Charlotte's Web, Alice in Wonderland. So we're going to do them as read-alouds, and also I'm going to do like little lap books about them for our 2017 to 18 curriculum haul. Same with The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and we've also got Black Beauty. We've got The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Let's see how she likes this series. Obviously there's many more that are in this series, but I thought we'd start with this one and see what she thinks. We've also got the Winnie the Pooh Classic Collection. So there are 4 books in there, and a bear called Paddington. I thought he'd be really useful to do with geography. So we can do a geography unit, and Paddington can travel with us. Got this storybook for 7-year-olds. Obviously this is when she's a little bit older, and it's got some of a collection of different authors in there. My First Science book with different experiments in. I always like to have extra books with different things in that we can give a try to, because we really like doing hands-on practical things. I've got the Oxford Children's Colour Dictionary. This is really cool. Little pictures in there as she goes along. We've got the Osborne Illustrated Classics. So there are a wide variety of stories in there. I'm looking forward to reading that one. Beautiful illustrations. I love the Osborne books. I say this every haul, but I really do love them. We've got Enid Blyton Brer Rabbit story collection. I think all of them are in there. I think there are 3 books and they're all in there. We've got the Magic Faraway Tree collection, and this is good for read-alouds, and there's 3 books in one in this one. And we've also got the Borrowers. I absolutely loved this when I was a kid, so I got really excited to read that with her. We've also got Mrs. Pepper Pot stories. We have got the Children's Classic Audio Collection, and this has got on it Charlotte's Web, Alice in Wonderland, The Little Prince and The Sheep Pig. So I thought that would be really interesting, and we can also put that in the car as well. She's got this My Body collection, and it features my bones, my brain, my digestive system, my heart and lungs. And it's also got Why do I brush my teeth? Why do I wash my hands? Why do I sleep? And why do I run? So I thought they're really good, and they're supposed to have little practical little exercises that you can do in there as well. You know, little word exercises and various different things. Okay, and then this is for when she's a little bit older. It's how to get a grip on grammar. That was really useful to have. This was a bargain. It was only $5.99, and it's What's Where in the World, Planet Earth as you've never seen it before. It's a DK book, and there's all 3D type maps in here with all different things on. It looks amazing. Again, that's when she's obviously a little bit older. And we have got a little collection of Wordsworth classics. Again, these will be for unit study type books for when probably 2017 to 18 curriculum. And then we can do them again, obviously you can do them at different levels. And then I got her the Enid Blyton Famous 5 collection. Again, this is something to put on her library shelf for her older reading type books. And then I've got a keyword with Peter and Jane. There are 36 books in there, and I love those because they're such normal stories, if that makes any sense. Not fantasy in any way. It was something that she can relate to when she's reading, so it makes sense, because sometimes she'll read a word and she'll be like, what does that mean? Because it's something that's not an everyday word that she uses. So although those books are great, I do think that these ones are really helpful when you're learning to read too. And then finally, I'm running out of space, we've got the Ladybird Classic Collection. And it's got A Christmas Carol, Alice in Wonderland, Black Beauty, Gulliver's Travels, Heidi, Little Women, Oliver Twist, Peter Pan, The Jungle Book, Secret Garden, The Railway Children, The Three Musketeers, The Wind in the Willows, and Treasure Island. So that's a vast collection on there. So there's 14 stories on that one. I've got Pippi Longstocking, because who doesn't love Pippi? And there are 3 books in one. I've got the Osborne First Illustrated Science Dictionary. This is really useful for her to learn all these different things for reference, and also just to look up anything that she finds interesting. And then we've got the Osborne First Encyclopedia of Science, and this one's internet linked. So many different things in there for her to look through, and it helps also for me when I'm writing her, planning her year out. And then we've got this Osborne See Inside Maths book. I thought this is really great because it's Lift the Flap, which obviously she loves. There's so many different activities in here, and so much little bits of tidbits of information. Amazing, love that book. So that's everything in our homeschool book haul. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Lingland. Today I've got a homeschool book haul. So these are all books for the new school year. I'm missing about 4 of this particular haul, but I'll show them in a future haul. I'm currently 39 weeks and 2 days pregnant, so I have been doing all my homeschool planning a lot sooner this year because I wanted everything planned out, and some of it purchased, obviously not all of it, before my baby is born. So let's just get on with what we got. So this is DK Prehistoric Life, the definitive visual history of life on Earth. I got a lot of these used, which was fantastic. Obviously you save lots of money that way. So this goes through young Earth, life on Earth, the rise of the humans, and as with all DK books, they're just fantastic. The next one I got is the Nat Geo Kids Dino Records, the most amazing prehistoric creatures ever to have lived on Earth. I know she's going to really enjoy this one. I'm super excited about the new school year. We've got Eyewitness Dinosaur. Sadly though, that's the only thing we're getting used. You don't get the charts and stuff, but it's fine. So this one was actually from a Chester library, which is funny. Because that's absolutely miles away from where we live. That's that one. Everything you know about dinosaurs is wrong. And there's this Nosy Crow book. I love their publications. So I managed to get the Could You Survive ones I wanted in one book, the You Choose ones, which was really handy because they were, I don't know if they're out of print now, but they were super expensive to buy individually, but I managed to get this used and it's got all 3 of them in. So I wanted the Cretaceous period, the Jurassic period, and the Ice Age. So I'm sure you've seen these before. So you'll read and then it'll tell you to choose a page to continue the story, depending on what you want to do. so they're always fun. We got Raptor Red, a heroic adventure set in the Jurassic Age. It's a mass print one, so the print is small, but you know, that's fine. I'm sure she'll be fine with that one. You can draw in 30 days. The fun, easy way to learn to draw in 1 month or less. I thought it'd be a good one to go through. She can learn some tips and tricks that she might not know. What's Where on Earth Dinosaurs, Another Prehistoric Life. So we love the What's Where on Earth series. We've got a couple of them. So now we've got the dinosaur one. The Smithsonian Prehistoric Dinosaurs, Megalodons and Other Fascinating Creatures of the Deep Past. Excuse me, How to Survive in the Age of Dinosaurs. A handy guide to dodging deadly predators, riding out mega monsoons and escaping other perils of the prehistoric. This looks so funny, but interesting and informative at the same time. Evolution, The Human Story by Dr. Alice Roberts. This one is another DK book, and this one actually came from Edinburgh Library. Well, I bought it used from a used seller online, but that's where they got it from, which is kind of funny as well. It's a little bit closer than the Chester one though. This looks like a really good book. So contents wise, you have Understanding Our Past, Primates, Hominins, oh my god, Out of Africa and From Hunters to Farmers. It makes me, what does it mean when it says a library book was withdrawn? It's still for sale, so maybe they just don't stock it anymore. I don't know. But yes, it's like a really fascinating one. Amazing Evolution, The Journey of Life by Anna Claiborne. I think she's got a new book coming out in I don't know when it's actually coming out, maybe September. But I've also, I think it was her, I've ordered the Big Bang comic series book. I'm pretty sure it was written by her. I don't know, I could be just making that up totally, but I've pre-ordered that one. So there's actually 5 books I'm missing, but then never mind. It doesn't matter, it's just I just have to keep track. When you order books from multiple different sellers online, sometimes you forget who you ordered from and what's coming from whom. Okay, so we've got chapter 1, Understanding Evolution, chapter 2, Life Through the Ages, chapter 3, The Family Tree, chapter 4, Evolution in Action, and then Birds, Mammals and Glossary and other different Making Adaptations fact files. So this looks like a really good one too. Okay, and then we have got A Brief History of Life on Earth. This looks really cool. So you've got all the different time periods, but then at some point with some explanation it gets to where you can actually fold it out. And it's like this massive big timeline thing. I think it's 25 feet long. So yeah, that's going to be fun to go through. So here we go. We get to the back and it's all the way. Oh my gosh. So it tells you all the different parts. So formation of the moon, bombardment of meteorites, formation of the oceans, bombardment of meteorites, and so on. Humans stand for the first time. Wow, this looks so cool. So that's that one. So that's everything in this haul. I'll try and link everything below if I can. As I said, I got most of mine used, but I'm pretty sure most of them were on Amazon anyway. But yep, that's everything today. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know what are you started planning for the new homeschool year? Is there any specific subject that you're really excited about? And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Learning Lab. Today I have got a homeschool haul. It is all books today. So we recently went to the city and we went to Waterstones and they had some amazing books there. I did buy some in the store, but then I also did shop around and check where they were cheaper, and some of them were cheaper online, so I did purchase some online, but I actually saw these in the bookstore. So the first one I got was Welcome to the Mysteryverse, A World of Unsolved Wonders. This is going to be going in our morning basket. It's a Wide-Eyed Press book and I love their books. The illustrator name made me laugh. Illustrated by Good Wives and Warriors. I thought that was a really cool name. Okay, so in terms of contents, we have got People Puzzlers, Earth Enigmas, Natural Niggles, Cosmic Conundrums, and then Miscellaneous Mysteries. So some of the people puzzlers: why are we ticklish? The strangest sense, what is deja vu? Why do we dream? And so on. Earth enigmas: who forms tornadoes? Who sparks lightning? Poles apart. Natural Niggles and explosive mystery: dino doubts. Extreme survivors. Mystery migration, and so on. It looks a fantastic book. So this is going to be going in Morning Basket. So humans are a curious bunch. That's probably why you're reading this book. Yeah, definitely. So this is going to be, I think I'm going to do I will talk about Morning Basket in a future video, but this is definitely going to be something that will be going into Morning Basket. I'll give you a quick flip through. So I'm really excited for this one. I think we're really going to enjoy it. The next one I saw was A World of Dogs, a celebration of fascinating facts and amazing real-life stories for dog lovers. Again, contents. So it's dog history, then dogs in science, dogs in the movies, and so on. So again, I think this one will go Morning Basket. I'll definitely be doing a video upcoming of my Morning Basket picks. The next one I got was The Giver. We have the novel study for it, so I got the book because I think we'll more than likely do it this year. If you saw in my last video, I had another Storyland book. This is the new mythology. I got this one used, so I'm really excited for this one. So in terms of content, we have beginning, prehistory, antiquity, the Middle Ages. So yes, it looks like a good one. Again, Morning Basket. 100 Things to Know About the Unknown. I can't remember if I already showed you this one or not. Again, Morning Basket pick. It was with the other stuff that I knew I hadn't, so I'm not sure. It could have got muddled up. But anyway, we love the 100 Things to Know. And again, this is along the mystery theme. DK, Supernatural Creatures, Mythical and Sacred Creatures from Around the World. Again, I saw this one in the bookstore and it looked fantastic. That's one of the things I'm really loving about where we've moved to, is that there is a giant bookstore. It's not exactly close, but well, we've got two. We've got like a giant used ones, which if you've ever heard of the Leaky Bookstore, it's fantastic. It's massive secondhand used store, really expensive but beautiful. I saw so many tourists in there. It's not close to us, it's several hours away, but that was one of the stores we visited. And then I went to just regular bookstore, and this is where I saw this book. But we've got Gods and Creatures, Spirits and Demons, Magical Beings, and Flesh Eaters and Blood Drinkers. In the Skies, Beneath the Waves, Amazing Hybrids, Shapeshifters and Tricksters, and Colossal Creatures. Again, this looks like a fantastic one. I love the illustrations. I think we'll actually use some of these illustrations in art as well, because definitely inspiring. So that's that one. I mentioned in my last haul we got our science comics book, but it hadn't arrived. So this is the Periodic Table of Elements. We love these science comics. They're just absolutely fantastic. This was one we didn't have in our collection. I also mentioned I'd purchased Wildlife Anatomy, which is the next Julia Rothman book. Again, this looks fantastic. This is the Scottish Castle Legends illustrated story. Fantastic book. So I got this one used. It was actually free because it's one of those buy four, get the third free. So I got Seaside Signs from Usborne. I don't even think the flaps have been, although the flaps are really good on these books, so you can't even tell if someone has. But this looks like a really good one. So Life as We Know It, The Smallest Things, The Secret Behind Everything, Mixed Reactions. Looks like a really good one to add to our collection. We didn't have this one. Next one I got was DK Eyewitness Human Body. I needed this for our science. I'm still not entirely sure this is the right edition because I think for elemental science you wanted the 2014 edition, and I really don't know if this is, I think this might be the newer one, but I've ordered the 2014 one as well just in case. But the workbook that I have goes with this. Let's see. Oh, this is the 2023 edition, yeah. But the workbook that I've got that goes with this, so I thought it'd be fine, but I'll just get them both. It comes with a poster, which is a wall chart. I don't want to get it out yet, but this is what this one looks like inside, and then we can use the 2014 version with the curriculum, and then I can use this one with the workbook if we want to do additional pages because it matches up perfectly. I actually meant to buy this, but I ended up with the workbook somehow. I got it used, and I don't know if they sent me the wrong thing, if I ordered the wrong thing, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because I've managed to get the right version. But that's the DK version. That's for elemental science biology. Next I got are some computing books. We do have a computing curriculum, but it doesn't really, I think it does dive into some software, but it doesn't really dive into Microsoft as much. Now we've only got Microsoft 2013, the student and home edition. I keep meaning to upgrade it at some point, but it's just not been in the budget. And there isn't an actual Microsoft Office curriculum that I've seen anywhere for 13 at least. So when I was on the used bookstore, I found a few products which I'm really happy about. One of them even is completely not even been opened yet, and they were super cheap, so I thought these will do until we get a better Microsoft Office version. So I got Microsoft Office Home and Student 2013 all in one, so it's got 8 books in one, so it's got all these different applications in here. And what I'm going to do is some of the examples are fine, you know, age appropriate and everything, and anything that's not, I'll just tweak so I can make it more fun. In terms of, if, for example, if it's an office budget, how to make an office budget or something, we'll just change it to a budget for something that she'd be interested in. And then I got the step-by-step Microsoft Office Home and Student. So basically, I just got all of the ones that I could find, then I can obviously go through them all and find projects that are applicable. And then I also got this one, which has the 2.5-hour DVD with it as well, and she loves watching educational things like this, so I think this will go down really well. So I got the book and then the DVD that goes with, so that should really set us up for success with the new homeschool year. We have done things with Microsoft before, so you know, it's not like it's new to her or anything, but these obviously offer more in-depth instruction. But I do feel like, even though it's not the most up-to-date version, a lot of them are very similar. You can get the gist of it. If you know how to work one, you can figure out how to work the other. So it doesn't really matter that it's not the most up-to-date version. I don't want to get that 365 one because I think that's such a rip-off. I want to get one where once you've purchased it, it's yours for life until you know, decide to upgrade, because I don't think there's significant differences between each of the years when they set them out anyway. So it's just a con in my opinion. I'd much rather get the one that you have life, not keep updating every year. Okay, then I got 2 books. We got A Curse for True Love and The Ballad of Never After. If you haven't read this series, I highly recommend it. This is the first book, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I love her books. They are beautifully written, and it is, I think it's technically YA, and I think it's very appropriate for teens. There's nothing in there, in my opinion. It's obviously, you know, make your own judgment, but I would be more than happy for my daughter to read this series in a couple of years' time. So I've read all of the Caraval series, which is an absolutely fantastic series. I read that when it first came out, and I just reread it again this summer because I hadn't read Finale. So I wanted to reread them all because it had been several years. So I've read all 3 of those. It's Caraval, Legendary, then Finale, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to check out the Once Upon a Broken Heart. I already had this one. She does, on her first editions, beautiful end pages or covers, front covers, and they're all absolutely stunning. So I got this one when it first came out. I hadn't read it though, but I read it this summer. It was on my reading cart to read this year. So I read that one and thought, oh, I need to get the other 2. So the next one is The Ballad of Never After, and I wanted to get the hardback edition because I know it's something my daughter's going to read in the future, but I couldn't find it anywhere. As I said, really regretting not getting it at the same time when it came out, but you know, it's just one of those things. So I had to get the paperback version, but it does have a few little fun things on it. But yes, so I've read The Ballad of Never After. Again, it's a fantastic story, really enjoyable fairy tale. Definitely think it's something I'll pass on to my daughter to read in the future. And then the final one was A Curse for True Love. Again, this is just a boring one because it's not a first edition, but again, fantastic story. It's been a great summer read. She is actually bringing out a special edition of the Carvel series. I'm not going to buy them though, because obviously I've already got them. It seems a waste of money, but she's bringing out I don't know if it's a novella, but it's called Spectacular anyway. So if you're a fan of the Carvel series, check that out. It's coming out in October, I think, in the autumn anyway, sometime. So that's Spectacular, the next edition, I guess, in the Carvel series. Although I don't think like I say, I think it's a novella rather than a full novel, but don't quote me on that. But yes, that's everything today. So thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you've been reading over the summer. I've had a fantastic summer read. I've read so much. My little reading journal is getting full. I just need to print off all the little pictures. I actually got the reading journal from School Nest, which I've been really enjoying using, but I haven't printed off any of the pictures yet, which I need to do of all the books I've read. But yes, it's been such a great reading month, so I'm super happy. I've definitely caught up. I was behind because when we were moving, I hadn't read hardly anything off my cart, which I think I've got a video previously, I'll link it below, of what I was planning on reading for this year. But I've definitely caught up and read a ton of new stuff as well, because I got another Kindle on Prime Day, the Kindle Unlimited promotion that they do on Prime Day, where you get 2 months free. So I've been reading tons of Kindle books as well. But yes, super happy with my reading for this summer. And yeah, that's everything in this video, so I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Oh, if you've read anything good books, let me know. I'd love to hear. Otherwise, take care. See you soon. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Learning Ladder. I'm really excited today to show you our kindergarten book haul. Okay, so if we start with what we got from Costco. So I got this Discovery Bugs educational box set. They're really great, these. They have all kinds of things inside. And we got Peekaboo Opposites, Lift the Flap. My daughter loves this. She's already had fun reading it. What she likes to do is make up stories about why the bear knocked the castle down and why the zebra lost his balloon. It's really fun to see her interacting with them. But it's really great to make sure she's completely clear on all the concepts. She knows most of them, but it's always nice to review, and when it's a fun activity and you don't even realise you're learning at the same time, always a good thing. And this one was $4.99. If I can remember the prices, I'll tell you. I got these two were in a pack, and I think they were $4.99. Either $4.99 or $5.99 for both of them. And it's the Flip Flap Farm book. So each animal, there's a little story with each animal, but then what you can do is you can change it. So this could be a kig, which is half cow, half pig. And it's a picking. Or you can keep to the standard of what the actual animal is. So it's such a fun game to play. And then this is the jungle version of it. Again. So it can be the actual animal it's supposed to be, or you can mix and match it with the one underneath. Then I got this large collection, the complete Peter Rabbit library from Beatrix Potter. This was expensive, but it's the cheapest I've seen it, and it's the full-size versions, not the little tiny books. And where's the price tag? There we go. It was $22.99, but I think it's definitely worth keeping. Something to treasure. Love Beatrix Potter books. And finally from Costco we got the Lonely Planet Kids Let's Explore, and there are 3 in here. No, there's not. Yes, there is. Jungle, Ocean, and Let's Explore. And they've each got over 250 stickers. So that's everything from Costco so far. I just opened them up to have a look inside. So this is what the set looks like. I love it. Beautiful. I love Beatrix Potter. And then this was the Lonely Planets books. So it's Safari, Ocean, and Jungle. So you get tons of really nice, good quality stickers, little activities. So looking forward to adding those to our homeschool. Okay, continuing on with Costco, we got the Enid Blyton Faraway Tree Adventures 6 colour story collection. So there are all the titles, and they are from Costco as well. Got this Alice in Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. I absolutely think this is so beautiful, this book. I love it. It feels so soft as well. Cute. And then we got the Peter Pan illustrated with interactive elements. And you get all these different little things in there. The clock, the map. So beautiful. And there's side. And then we got the Wizard of Oz collection. There are 5 volumes, I believe. Yep. And they were $9.99, I think. Yes, that's a good price for the 5 volumes. I've just opened up the Peter Pan one to have a look, and it is absolutely stunning. Stunning. It's so, so beautiful. There's the little dial. And then there's all different interactive things in here. So it's amazing Tinkerbell picture. And then the leaves. So, so beautiful. And then there's this little medical note from the darling children. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is definitely something, a read aloud obviously, for when she's older as well, but oh, it's so, so beautiful. Love it. You know, moving on to the book people, we got Flip Flap Dogs. My daughter loves these type of books. They're so cute. And as you saw, the other 2 that we got from Costco, but this one is all about dogs. We got How Are You Feeling Today? So it's all about different emotions and what you can do when you're feeling that particular way. And then we got the Puppy Academy selection. So there are 4 books in here. These were $4.99. I got the Eric Carle's My First Sticker Treasury, and I just thought it was going to be a whole load of stickers, but it's actually not. There are tons of stickers, 600, but it's also actually really educational. So it gives tidbits of information about different animals with all the lovely illustrations in. And then we got the Usborne Big Picture Book Outdoors. This is really beautiful. And then I showed this in my human body unit study, a picture of it, but it's actually arrived now. So this is vegetables, and there are dairy, cereals, vegetables, fruit. So there are 4 in there. And then this is the census book again that I showed in my, well, pictures of in my unit study for human body. There are touch, smell, taste, see, and hear. Okay, so we got the dinosaur that pooped a rainbow. Such a cute book. And the next one, my daughter's helping, is the My First Sticker Book, Mr. Potato Head, and she's very eager to have a go of this one. This looks really fun. There's different activities in here, and of course there are tons and tons of stickers. Okay, and then we got Brain Factor. They do different age groups for these ones, but I decided to get the age 4 to 5, so there's lots of questions and answers, because I went onto Amazon and I looked at some of the questions and I just thought that this age group was more appropriate. But I'll definitely consider getting the next one up for next year if we like this one. Then we got Phonics Touch and Spell flashcards by the Letterland, and they're all textured. We got Usborne First Sticker Book Easy English Words. So here are all the words, and then you can stick them on the appropriate places. We got the Mrs. Pepper Pot collection. These are the colour first readers. So Mrs. Pepper Pot Learns to Swim, Mrs. Pepper Pot and the Treasure, and then there is Mrs. Pepper Pot and the Blueberries, Mrs. Pepper Pot Minds the Baby, and Mrs. Pepper Pot at the Bazaar. And then we got a Roald Dahl book. This is Fantastic Mr. Fox. We also got sticker fun time with reusable stickers. All different activities in here. And we got Belle and Boo Christmas sticker fun to put away for Christmas. We got Peppa Pig Well Done Peppa reward chart sticker book. I thought this is an interesting way to do it rather than having a chart on the wall. We got the You Choose, and I also want the You Imagine as well as on my list, but I haven't got that yet. I love these books, so beautiful. I got an additional time one. This is Telling the Time, Stop to Learn. They're all different activities. We got the Eric Carle sticker album for the Hungry Caterpillar, and it also has a carry pack inside. We got Roald Dahl The Enormous Crocodile. This is the illustrated version. Oh, such a fun story. We got Lulu's Lunch, and this is a really interactive book. All the different activities, lift the flaps, and different textures. We got What the Ladybird Heard Read and Play Farm. So we do have the What the Ladybird Heard book, but this one you get the characters and a playmat, and I'm going to use this as part of our sensory box for our unit study coming up. We have got Let's Learn About Money. I'm really excited about this one. This is a pretty book. I love pretty books. And you get the pen, swipe clean, but they also have press out coins for you to make change with, and they also have numerous pages of different wipe clean activities, and at the back they have some flashcards for you to do a little shop game. You like that one? Have a look at that one. Mama's finished. And then I got the Osborne sticker, Atlas of Britain and Northern Ireland. I'll just move out of the way. There we go. That's fun. I got the Puff and Bucker stories for 5-year-olds. She's not 5 yet, but it's going to go. She will be when we start kindergarten. I got Flat Stanley. This is one of the first ones, I think, of his collection. And then we've got Curious George Learns to Count from 1 to 100. She can count from 1 to 100, but I liked it because it has counting, grouping, mapping and more, so I think it will help in terms of learning additional concepts. And it's Curious George. She really likes Curious George. Again, from the Book People, I got these 2 classic bedtime story boxes. So you get some books in there, a cup, a coaster and a door sign. They were on sale, and then because you bought 2 of them, again they were reduced. And then I also have the 25% off. So I'll show you inside. They're so cute. Okay, so here are the contents inside. So you get your little Do Not Disturb classic bedtime stories in progress that you can hang on your door. And you get a cup. So cute. 3 little pigs on there. Red hen and Puss in Boots. And then you also get a coaster. And here are the stories, all adorable. Classic tales. I love the ladybird illustrations. So there's the 3 little pigs, Puss in Boots, and you also get this little red hen with this one. And then with this one, get the same sign. There's your coaster. And this is Jack and the Beanstalk, the Gingerbread Man, and Elves and the Shoemaker. And here are the books. Jack and the Beanstalk and the Little Gingerbread Boy. And then for when she's a little bit older, well, we can read some of these now for read-alouds, and then obviously she can read them when she's a little bit older too. We've got the Shakespeare story collection, the Enid Blyton collection. I absolutely love the Wishing Tale. It's one of my favourites from when I was a kid. And then the Flat Stanley, I got the box collection of them because they were all on sale, 25% off, and the people are discounted anyway. And then I got the Pixie and Fairy selection from Enid Blyton. And then from the book people I got Lift the Flap, Computers and Coding, Usborne, and Lift the Flap, Usborne Telling the Time. I absolutely love their Usborne books. The Usborne books, I should say. They're not there specifically, but they do have them for great prices, so definitely check out the book people. And what I love about the book people as well is if you purchase, every time you collect points, and then you can use your points to make additional purchases. So I got this for free. So there are 10 books in here, and they're first readers, and they are all non-fiction. So they're Key Stage 1, and they're DK books. Titles wise, it's dolphins, stars and galaxies, spaceships, eruptions, volcanoes, dogs, bees, otters, jungle animals, tadpoles. Huge collection, 10 different stories, and they were completely free. I love the book people. How many times can I say that in one video? The next things I got were these there's 3 actually, language arts books. So this one is Grammar and Nouns, and then there are 2 other inside, and they are wiped clean. I also got the Visual Guide to Grammar and Punctuation DK book. It was really, really interesting. I love how it's set out with the text highlighted in. It's amazing. I love it. Then I got the Usborne Map Mazes book, because it's Usborne and you can't resist reduced priced Usborne books. I can't anyway. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. And then this is so cool. I love this. So it's the What on Earth War book, Timeline of Big History. So you get the little magnifier in the side so you can see the little tiny writing a bit more clearer. And it's just a pull out. Whee! All the way out. Timeline from the beginning to now. That's just amazing. I love it. And it also has in the back, which is really fun. There's the now. It also has in the back these little newspaper sections. So this is the War Book Chronicle. It has all different information in, you know, from the beginning of time. Meet Lucy, the first upright chimp. A wolf in Wales clothing. It's so fun. King Tut reveals Egyptian riches. And there is also some questions at the back. So this is something that I'll be putting on our shelf. We can look at it now, we can read it, but it's more focused on obviously for when she's a little bit older, but I build up her library all the time. I shop periodically throughout the year when the sales are on, or when I've got discount codes, or like for the book people when they do their discount codes, to fill up our shelves ready for things that she can read now, and also things that she can appreciate as she gets older. And then the final 2 things I got from the book people were this, because they've started selling gifts now as well, was this Eruption Volcano Craft, so create a lava flow. And then I also got this, which I thought was really neat. It's Grow Your Own Look and See Vegetable Garden, so you can actually see the roots and everything as the seeds are growing. So there's the seeds inside, and I think you get carrots, radishes and spring onions, so you can actually watch them all grow. And it'd be great for when we do our gardening unit, which coincides with our Peter Rabbit unit from 5 in a Row. So really looking forward to planting those. So that's everything I got from the book people. There's just a couple of little books from Amazon to come, and then that'll be the end of my kindergarten book haul. I hope this gave you some ideas of things to look out for that are amazing quality books, great prices. Definitely check out the book people. I cannot recommend them enough, and they do international delivery too. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Who doesn't love free books? Okay, and the final 2 books I've got here, one was from Wordery and one was from Amazon. I've got the Usborne Lift the Flap word book. I absolutely love this. I can't explain how much I love this book. It's so fun. So on this side you've got all the animals, and then underneath obviously you've got the word. But then on this side it's the opposite way around. So you've got the word and then the picture. I just think this has got so many different educational elements to it. It's amazing. And then there's all these actions down here with little pictures, and then there's flaps here as well to show the little one, and then there's my body and clothes, and then here's all your body parts and your clothing, again with a picture of each one. I think this is sort of the next step up from the sort of my first word book, where you're actually learning to spell the word, to write the word, to read the word, again with the picture underneath, and there's flaps here as well. This one's on the beach. What do they say? bedroom, and then all of the words in a big long list. I love it. It's amazing. And then the final one I got is a 3-part series. We just got the first one to see what my daughter thinks of it. It's sort of Toy Story-esque, called Toys Go Out. It looks a really fun read, and there are some illustrations in there that are fun. But the story just sounds such a lovely thing to read as a read aloud. I've lost the illustration. I think you saw it. There we go. There's another one. Okay, that's everything in our book haul. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon. Bye for now. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Learning Library. Today I thought it'd be fun to share with you some of our favourite morning time basket books. So the first collection I'm going to show you are the ones that we've really enjoyed this year. The next one's going to be one that we're going to be using for the rest of the year, and then I've got a pile of books that we've used in previous years, just to give you some variety. One of our favourites has been a book of mysteries, the Big Book of Mysteries. So this is over 100 real life mysteries, and she has absolutely loved it. I have too. We've been riveted. It's been amazing. So it's table of contents wise. So we've got disappearing people, UFOs, natural phenomena, undiscovered creatures, hoaxes, disappearing places, spirits and ghosts, mind over matter, unexplained objects, and intelligent ancestors. And honest God, this book has been so fun. I've learned so much as well as she has. We've really enjoyed it. So basically we just read a page a day. So this was one of the first books that we've read, which we have absolutely loved. So definitely recommend this one. She actually read this one before we even started school. I think I got it in the summer holidays and she was begging to read it. So I said, of course, I'm not going to refuse letting her read a book. So this is DK's Weird and Wonderful Nature. I wasn't going to say you have to wait till school starts, for sure. This is beautiful, as they all are. It's got real life pictures and also illustrations. And there's so much, there's a wealth of knowledge in here. It's a really fun read. She really enjoyed it. So the table of contents. So we've got all the different species, and then we're talking about behaviour, phenomena again, and then we've got Earth. And this was another one that we definitely recommend. So we've had a number of these different types of themed books where it's, you know, you read some facts about people every day, and we've really enjoyed this one. So this is from, is it National Geographic? No, I think that's the other one. So this is by Mike Barfield, and it is set out basically where you read the facts for that particular day. The unique thing about this one is that it has arrivals and departures, which is kind of funny. With the little egg hatching and then the skull. I don't know, that just amused me when I saw this book. But anyway, this has got some really interesting facts in here about what happened on those particular days, and yeah, we have really enjoyed that one. So this is my first time reading anything by Amy Jeffs, and we've really enjoyed it. So this is Storyline: Discover the Magical Myths and Lost Legends of Britain. I also have a second version, her second of the series, which continues the story, but I think it's just got it's a different theme, which we haven't got to yet, but we've almost finished this one right at the very end. So this is our table of contents, and basically, as it says on the front, it's different magical myths and legends of the UK, and we have really enjoyed it. It's been fascinating. So many different things. So basically you have the story, I guess, or you know, the legend, and then at the end it has the chapter. It has the history of that and event or person, you know, whatever the chapter was about, and explains, you know, whether or not it was likely to be fiction or fact. And it's been really interesting. Would definitely recommend this series, and I'm looking forward to us picking up the next one. As soon as we finish this one, we'll go straight into the next one, but it'll no doubt carry over to the next school year because we only read a chapter, you know, every other day or so. But we have really enjoyed this one. We love the World Full Of series. I think, are they all by the same? Yeah, I think they're pretty much all by the same author. They're just illustrated by different people. So we have loved the World Full of Spooky Stories and the World Full of Winter Stories. Those are the ones we've read so far. Ironically, we've read this one first, and we started this one during Halloween, but then continued onto this one and then back onto this one. But she has really enjoyed this one. So basically this one is split up into different continents, and then the stories from the regions. So we've got Europe, North America, Asia. There's a bit of everything in here, and it's all themed. So we've got Into the Woods, Down by the Water, Enchanted Places, Strangers at the Door, In Farm and Field, Home of the Spirits, that's where we're up to currently, Graveyard, Under the Ocean, Upon the Ocean, Under the Sea, Frozen Lands, In Castle Hall, and On a Mountain Path even. But yes, really enjoyed it. Some of the stories that can be a little bit, as the name would suggest, spooky, so age appropriate for my daughter. She was 11 at the start of the school year. She's now 12. So that's, you know, we're fine with that. But some of them can be a little bit spooky, or not. I wouldn't necessarily say they're outright scary, but it's just some of them can, as with all these types of things, make you think. But I perfectly fine for her age and up. So this is The World Full of Winter Stories. So this is 50 folk tales and legends from around the world. We have several in this series which we haven't got to yet, which we'll just carry over to next year. One of them being the Shakespeare one, which we're looking forward to. So this is Birds and Beasts, Tricks and Troubles, Ice and Snow, Quests and Journeys, Spirits and Magic and Christmas. So we definitely enjoyed reading them at Christmas and throughout the rest of the year. I love the illustrations. So we've got Shakespeare in Nature that we're carrying on to over for next year. Next we have An Animal a Day, 365 animals to take you through the year, and gorgeous end pages in this particular book as usual. Is it by the same publisher as, I think I've got another book that's similar to this and I'm pretty sure it's by the same publisher. They're just absolutely gorgeous. So this has got obviously the months with all the different animals, and absolutely beautiful. I love these types of books because it can lead you down rabbit holes. So basically, if your child is interested in a specific animal, then you know they might go and do some interested learning about it, which is why I really like them. You can also use them for notebooking as well, because it does have all the information about them. So you know you can look at the geography of where they live, the diet, their status, height and weight, animal group, and scientific name. But yeah, we've really enjoyed this one. And this one is Everything Under the Sun, a curious question for every day of the year. And again, we have really enjoyed this one. So it's got just the month, date, and then an interesting fact. And it's not obviously animal based necessarily. There are some animal facts in there, but it's all kinds of different topics. And again, we have really enjoyed this one. So this is Collins A Word a Day, 365 words for curious minds. Again, you have really cute end pages. You have the date and then the specific word for that day, and they're all kind of unusual as well. It's not, you know, your common words that you would see necessarily. So we have enjoyed this one. In previous years, we would use like a vocabulary book like this and do my All the Words book with it. We didn't do that this year, but we will be returning to my All the Words book next year, particularly for some SAT vocabulary, well not SAT, SAT vocabulary words and things, in case we end up doing SATs or need to. Okay, so these ones are things for the rest of the year, and possibly even carrying them over to next year. So this is Wide-Eyed. I absolutely adore their books. And this is Welcome to the Mysteryverse, a World of Unsolved Wonders. This is stunning as well. So we've got contents here. So people, puzzlers, natural niggles, cosmic conundrums, and miscellaneous mysteries. So we really enjoyed the other mystery books. I'm excited to see what we think of this one. Ah, my favourite thing. Why do whales breach themselves? That's in the natural niggles. It looks so much fun. Can't wait to start this one. Another one from Wide-Eyed, and this is An Atlas of Lost Kingdoms, Discover Mythical Lands, Lost Cities and Vanished Islands. Again, this is something that I'm going to start in the next couple of weeks, or we might carry it over to next year. This is split up into different continents. So we've got Europe, Africa, Asia, North America, Central and South America, Australasia and Oceania. So cool. That's that one. This is DK Timelines of Nature. So I think, again, we'll either start it this year or we'll carry it on to next year. So it basically just shows you the timeline of pretty much everything. So let's look at our table of contents. So we start off with the Big Bang. And we've got plants and fungi, animals. It just looks like a fascinating book. I'm really excited to dig into this. We'll probably end up, I imagine, for next year. We might just start it. And then I got this to go with it, which is the Nature Timeline sticker book, which we can use once you start using it. I mean, it kind of goes in a way, but even if it doesn't, we can still utilize it in our own way. And all the stickers are at the back. Because you're never too old for stickers. Okay, this is artists inspiring stories of their lives and works. This is another DK one. Again, I think we'll probably end up carrying this over to next year. So it's before 1800s, 18 to 1900, and then after 1900. So it looks like inside. I think we're going to really enjoy that one as well. A World of Dogs, a celebration of fascinating facts and amazing real-life stories for dog lovers. And this has got our chapters. I'm really excited for us to read this one as well. We have read some of this, but not all of it. It's a history of the world according to cats. This, again, is something that is really good. I would recommend this one too. It's funny, interesting, but obviously it's educational, but also funny. So lots of information in that one. DK Supernatural Creatures, mythical and sacred creatures from around the world. So we've got our gods and creatures, spirits and demons, magical beings, flesh eaters and blood drinkers. In the skies, beneath the waves, amazing hybrids, shape-shifting and tricksters and colossal creatures. And we're really looking forward to starting this one with her. She has already had a look at it, this one, and she's excited too. We're also planning to use some of this for art as well. We've just recently started this one, but we are really enjoying it. So this is by Sarah Albee. So this is Pooh, A History of the World from the Bottom Up. And this is absolutely fascinating so far. And we've been really, really enjoying it. I love all the illustrations throughout. So here's our table of contents. And a look inside. So we've got real life pictures as well as illustrations and then fun graphics throughout. I love how the toilet paper is on the end of the chapters. It's funny. But yeah, so we are really enjoying this. So it's part science, part history. And this is something in our morning basket. Okay, so now we'll move on to some things that we've used in previous years that we've really enjoyed and would recommend. So this is National Geographic Kids Animals Would You Rather. This is such a fun thing to do, just as a warm-up. So basically each page has 4 different categories. So would you rather questions with different scenarios, and she really enjoyed this one. I actually did bring it out again for us to use again this year, because I think it was like two years ago we used it, and obviously as you get older you appreciate things in different ways. So yeah, would definitely recommend that one. She's really enjoyed it. This is the Book of the Dog, and it has art and then some information about the painting throughout. We have really enjoyed this one. I wanted to get a cat one, but I couldn't find one from the same author. They were from different authors, obviously. But yeah, it's been a really good book. Would definitely recommend this one. She still loves jokes. She went for a stage where she'd always wanted to tell jokes, and she still really enjoys making up her own, and she's actually really good at it. She really always makes me laugh. But yes, a joke book, something just light-hearted to start the day. So this is from National Geographic Kids, 300 hilarious jokes, tricky tongue twisters and ridiculous riddles. This is one of the fact for every day of the year books that we've used in the past. This is National Geographic Kids. We enjoyed this one. Again, it had the date and then some information. So this is vocabulary cartoons. Kids learn a word a minute and never forget it. So we've used this previously. I think we used it before, prior to starting Mrs. Wordsmith, which is another one that I would recommend. Actually, I'll get that in a minute to show you. But basically, it has the word and then some information or a rhyme or a way for them to help remember. And then there is, at the end, some chapter review. So I'm going to get there's an SAT version of this one. So that's the one I'm going to get for next year. But I'm going to get Mrs. Wordsmith now. I'll show you that, actually, if I can find it. So there are 2 volumes to this one, as last time I've checked anyway. I'm not sure if she brought any more out. But basically, it has a picture, it has the word, it has what part of speech it is, some information about it, and then on the opposite side of the page, it has the word pairs, synonyms, how often it's used, and then if you wanted to use it as a story prompt, and then some literature where it appears. So we use this with my All the Words vocabulary book, and basically she would draw the picture, write its definition, tell a joke with it, use it in a sentence, all those kinds of things. She loved it, and it's been something we've missed this year, so I'm definitely bringing it back. But probably to use with the vocabulary cartoons SATs, or I might use a different book yet. I haven't really had a chance to look properly yet, but yes, we have really enjoyed this for vocabulary. Okay, so we've got On This Day, A History of the World in 366 Days. This is a DK book as well. I definitely enjoyed that one too. So this is Fearless Felines, 32 Tales of Courageous Cats. We use them in our morning basket, and we also use them as part of a notebooking exercise where she kind of like do newspaper articles for different hero dogs, cats and everything else. But we really enjoyed this one. And this is the Tales of Amazing Animal Heroes. And Rebel Animals at Risk, Stories of Survival. And I love the end pages. So table of contents wise, it looks like different continents and all the animals. But yes, we really enjoyed all those types of books, and you can use them not just as morning time as a read aloud, or they read to you. You can also use them for notebooking and different interest-led learning. So National Geographic Y, 1111 Answers to Everything. It's another great conversation starter, as well as again a whole rabbit hole thing. So your planet, our planet, your body even, our planet, the universe, history, technology, animals and pop culture. So this is the Two Truths and a Lie series. This is the history and mysteries one. So basically they get some information they have to read through, or you read it with them, depending on their age. And then at the end they have to decide whether or not the person was telling the truth. So it's a really interesting way to present the information. There are several different themed books, but we definitely have enjoyed this one. The Histories and Mysteries. Okay, this is Wildlife's 50 Extraordinary Animals That Made History. The cover is completely half on, half off. It got damaged when we moved. But book is fine. So rescue and protect, adventure and explore, change and solve, discover and pioneer, inspire and influence. So it has all the information about the particular animal and what they did. Some of these made me want to cry. Really, they are just so heartwarming and inspirational. We really enjoyed that one. Again, this is the World Full series. So this is the Animal Stories, 50 Folk Tales and Legends. Again, gorgeous end pages on this one. I just love this series. She does too. In this one, we have got sorted by continent again. and a different story for each one. Definitely recommend this series. Okay, and then finally, Tiger Tiger Burning Bright, an animal poem for every day of the year. Again, this is a book we've had for several years now, and we'll periodically go back to it. Basically set out by the month, and then you have the poems. So that's some of our morning basket books that we're currently using, are going to use, and have used in the past. I hope that gave you some ideas if you're looking to create a morning basket with some books that you can dip in and out of and that you can expand on and have fun with. So I hope that gives you some ideas. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. See you soon. Everyone, and welcome to the Living Lads. I'm just setting up my morning cart, but I thought it'd be easier to just show you the books before I put them in the actual boxes. Otherwise I just have to take them out again to make the video. So I have showed my morning cart in the previous video where I showed you our favourites from 6th grade. I'll leave that linked in case you want to see how the cart setup is when it's all put in there. But for right now, these are the books that will be going in the cart, and then also I have a few on the shelf that I'll rotate through for particular seasonal events and things. If we don't happen to get through them all in one year, that's absolutely fine. We'll just carry on with them to the next year, which happened with our last setup video. I think I showed it you one year and then we ended up using it for at least 2 because, we just rotated through them all. So we don't think, oh my gosh, that's so much. You're really going to read them all in a year. Not necessarily. We might just carry them over, and that's fine. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to explain to you why I pick certain things. So the first one is the Fallacy Detective. We're going to be doing this one on a Friday. There are 38 lessons in there, so that'll work out fine for us. So this is basically 38 lessons on how to recognise bad reasoning. This is the workbook edition. This is what the contents looks like. So you've got the inquiry in mind, avoiding the question, making assumptions, statistical fallacies, and propaganda. So basically it looks like a section for you to read, and then the lessons begin. So you have lesson 1, then you have exercises, and that's pretty much the same throughout. So I thought this will be perfect for on a Friday. So this is the Fallacy Detective. There are a few in this series, so I'm excited to see what we think, because if we do like it, we'll get the second one next year. So that's how this one looks throughout, and you do have the answer key at the back as well. There's also a game as well, apparently, that you can make. Okay, so that's the first one. So we're going to be doing this one on a Friday. I haven't organised them because, as I said, I'm about to put them into the cart, but so you're just going to see a mixture of different things. But I think that's kind of fun anyway. An Atlas of Lost Kingdoms, discover the mythical lands, lost cities and vanished islands. We're going to be doing a mini unit study on myth and legends, and I thought this would be a great add-on book. So this is what the content is of this one. So we've got split by continent: Europe, Africa, Asia, North America, Central and South America, Australasia and Oceania, and then the lost continents. You get your maps, and then all the information about that particular continent. So this looks such a visual book. Really excited for this one. It'll be really interesting and add a lot to our legend unit, myths and legends unit. Okay, so that's that one. We have the Big Book of Mysteries, discover or uncover the truth about over 100 real-life mysteries. We have another one that's specific to Halloween time, so I'll switch them out and we'll use that one during October, but this will stay with us for the year, and I'm really excited about this book. It looks amazing. And it's a great morning time conversational activity as well. So we've got, in terms of contents, disappearing people, UFOs, natural phenomena, undiscovered creatures, hoaxes, disappearing places, spirits and ghosts, mind over matter, intelligent ancestors, and unexplained objects. So this looks absolutely fascinating. So this one probably a couple of times a week. Might be daily, but I think we go through it too quickly, so probably a couple of times a week to get through it for the year. I think that's how we'll do this one. Okay, the next one we've got is A World of Dogs. I was tempted to put this one in her independent reads, but I actually want to read it too. So I'm going to put it in morning basket, and then obviously she wants to take it afterwards as an independent read. That's fine. So this is a celebration of fantastic, fascinating facts and amazing real life stories for dog lovers. We have got lots of chapters in here. Talking without words, eyes and ears, protection dogs, dogs with jobs, dogs in science, dogs in the movies, war dogs, staring dogs, pampered pooches. So many fun topics. So we'll do this one probably a couple of times a week. Okay, the next one we've got is Welcome to the Mysteryverse, A World of Unsolved Wonders. Again, this is something I'm really excited about. This is a wide-eyed one. We got this one recently at our local bookstore. That's not exactly local, but a bookstore. People Puzzlers, Earth Enigmas, Natural Niggles, Cosmic Conundrums, Miscellaneous Mysteries. So again, this one looks fantastic. So again, a couple of times a week for this one. I've explained previously in other videos, we often do our morning cart in the morning, but sometimes it can be the afternoon as well, and that's absolutely fine with me. It's an all-day cart, or even before bedtime on occasion when we've gone on a field trip or something, we've not got to it till later on. That's fine with me as well. Okay, Timelines of Nature. Discover the secret stories of our ever-changing natural world. This looks absolutely fascinating. I love these BK ones. So in terms of contents, we've got earth, plants and fungi, animals. Now this is something we'll probably carry over because it's so thick. But basically you get the whole timeline of everything. So this is the mold growth. Cake, so cacao to chocolate, and again the life cycle, cotton. It just looks fantastic. I thought this would be a really interesting one to do on our history days in the morning cart before we start our history, just to see different life cycles and timelines and stuff. Might even do a couple of them in our timeline book. That's that one. And I did actually get a sticker book to go with this. Hang on a sec. The Nature Timeline sticker book. So basically you get the timeline here, and then you've got stickers to go with. So we'll probably do them at the same time. And then I think all the stickers are here. Yeah. And again, I think we'll probably do this on the days that we do history. The next one we have is Big Ideas for Curious Minds, an introduction to philosophy. And this is our contents. Again, we'll probably do this one a couple of times a week. And again, if it carries over, that's absolutely fine with me. I'll just do a flip through. This looks like a really good one as well. So we've got a word a day, 365 words for curious minds. Obviously, we'll do this daily. So I've got a couple of books for poetry. So we've got 100 Years of Poetry for Children. And I've got this one used. And we've got it split into different categories. Doing the mystery ones at the same time as we'd read some of our mystery books would go well together, I think. I also have a year of nature poems. This one's beautifully illustrated. And we have the illustrated Edgar Allan Poe. I saw this on House's channel. We read The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place this year, the whole series, as part of our Read Louds, which a fantastic series, highly recommend it. But in the books, the nanny or governess is obsessed with Poe, and to the point where they even call the ostrich pen poet. It's just such a good series. Anyway, she's obsessed with Poe, and I thought, oh, that'd be so good to add some Poe poems this year. And I was looking for a book and I couldn't find anything interesting, and then Airhouse showed this on her channel. I was like, that's fantastic, that's the one I want. So we got this one. I'd love to see if there are more in this series. I can't actually find any so far, but of other poets, or even anything else in this series, because I think it's beautiful. But I do like the fact you get extras here, so after we've read the poem we can do engage, imagine and define. This won't take us throughout the whole year though, so because there aren't that many. So we'll probably do some of these in October, because I always feel like Poe's it's just the right time of month. So in autumn for Poe, so we'll probably start in some of these in October and then pause for we'll do them in November style, but then if we haven't finished, we'll pause until after Christmas, because I don't think Poe's a Christmassy thing. I mean, The Haunted Palace is perfect for October. But yeah, we'll either do one a day and then finish the book in October, or we'll do some in October and then some in November. And if we haven't finished, carry over to the new year. Okay, we've got artists inspiring stories of their lives and works. This is a DK book. So this will definitely be something we'll carry over, because my plan was to just look at this one when we're doing our art lesson. But if it turns out that we end up reading more of it, that's fine. But if not, then that's the plan. This is what this one looks like. So you've got the artist there at the top, and then a sample of their work, some information about their work, and yeah, this looks like a really good one. So we might recreate some of their art as well in our art lessons. Okay, this is again to go with our mythical and legend unit. So we've got supernatural creatures, mythical and sacred creatures from around the world. I know if she gets her hands on this one, she'll want it as an independence. So I'm going to put it in the morning basket, but it might end up coming out because she might demand to take it into her independence, which is fine with me. So we've got gods and creatures, spirits and demons, magical beings, flesh eaters and blood drinkers. In the skies, beneath the waves, amazing hybrids, shapeshifters and tricksters, colossal creatures. I love this. This looks fantastic. It's part of the reason why I want to put it into the morning cart, so I can see it too. But if she wants to take it, that's fine. So I like the art in this one as well. So we'll probably, when we're doing our myths and legends unit, pinch some of these drawings to recreate ourselves. Okay, this is going to be our first read aloud that I'm going to put in. So we'll be doing this daily until we finish. I have a stack of our read alouds that we're going to be doing this year, but this is the first one that I'm going to pick out for us to do. So this is Storyline, Discover the Magical Myths and Lost Legends of Britain. This is our table of contents. I thought this would be a really good one to start off the year with. We have Osborne Geography for Beginners. I also got another one of these. No, it's not this series. It's the 100 Days, and it's 100 Days of the Unknown, which again goes into our mystery, even legend stuff. But I put that into her independent reads because I know she's going to really want to read that one. This is the geography one. We'll probably read this one on the days we do geography. Okay, this is Evolution from the Natural History Museum. I had a request to do a flip through of this one, so I'll show you a bit more inside this one while we're making the video. The end pages are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so table of contents. So we are secular in homeschool, so you know this is all fine with me to show. We have used Christian products as well, and that's fine with me. I just tailor them to suit our needs. And also I think it's always interesting to see other people's opinions and views. But that was the other question I got, how I would feel about presenting this book, and I would just read it as it is, to be honest, because it's fine with me. Yep, this one is. This one looks like. And hopefully that gives you a good idea of what it's like. If anything I read in here I don't agree with, then we'll talk about it at the time, but I can't imagine why there would be, to be honest. And there's a glossary at the back, so hopefully that was helpful for you. A history of the world according to cats. Definitely going to be reading this one when we do our history days. Table of contents. I'm interested in cats, rats and the Black Death. We are actually doing Middle Ages in history, so that's really exciting that there's going to be a chapter in there that's going to be relevant. This looks like a really interesting, fun read. I love the chapter topics. The cat constellation, lost to history. Wow. Okay, so that's that one. We have a daily. This is everyday amazing, fantastic facts for every day of the year. So we have the date and then some information for that particular day, and then some information for previous years as well. Again, daily, everything under the sun, a curious question for every day of the year. And then, why do you float in the sea but not in a pool? Who came up with the idea of unicorns? How do balls bounce? Why does an octopus have 3 hearts? This looks like a really interesting one. An animal a day, 365 animals to take you through the year. Again, a daily one. I love the end pages on this one, it's beautiful. So what I thought with this book particularly is we might use it for some notebooking, independent notebooking, because it's got all the information about the creature as well, which she can notebook, and then obviously we can see if we can find a video about that particular creature. We have Grammarland. I thought this would just be a fun read. It looks interesting anyway, the way it's presented. So we've got all the different parts of speech, and then it's a storybook format. So let's see what we think. If we don't like it, we won't bother, but it's just, I'm going to read the first chapter on the first day and see what she thinks. Okay, so we've got the World Full of Animal Stories, which we had in our previous morning basket, which we haven't quite finished yet, and we've also got a World Full of Spooky Stories. I do have the other two books in this series, which I'll show you on the shelf for rotation, but basically this is what this one looks like, and we haven't finished this one yet, so I want to finish this one. And then this obviously was great for September, October time. Alright, so now I'll show you some of the ones that are on the rotation shelf. Okay, so up here we have a year full of stories, and a world full of winter stories, and a world full of nature stories. So in winter, obviously, we'll switch for that one, and then we'll rotate them throughout the year. So we'll read some stories from each of them. We've got another art one. This is Introduction to Art. We've got the Shakespeare story. I'm saving that till we're doing Shakespeare in our Learning Language Arts through Literature. These 3 books are to do with my unit study that I'm going to be doing on Scottish legends and mythical creatures. So those will come out at that time. Super Sleuth and Spooky Solve. That's another mystery book. That's again for when Halloween time. We'll get that one out in October. I've just got some, my shelf is going to fall. I've just got some fun books to do during that time in morning time cart when we're doing the units. So myth, legends, painting and Scottish nature painting, which I thought would go really well when we're doing those. Also got our Wings of Fire ones on there, just for some art, extra art if she wants to do something while I'm reading. The second book in that series, this is the Storyland series. So after we finish that one, we'll move on to this one. I also put Grimm's Fairy Tales up there. That'll be another read aloud. And then I've got 2 more reference books. So we've got the Knowledge Encyclopedia Earth and Plants and Fungi. We'll just alternate those out. So that's everything in our morning cart. I do have a read aloud pile, which I'm not going to show in this video because this video is going to be already really long. And I've also got her independent read pile. But yeah, that's everything today. We will be rotating our science books into morning basket as and when necessary. So we're doing Beowulf, Health and Anatomy this year, and also Elemental Science. So the Elemental Science books will mostly be read when we do our science time, but the Beowulf, why do I always, it's not Beowulf, it's Guess Hollow's Science. Some of them will be read during the lesson time, but I think some of them will make their way into morning cart. And also some of them will be going in her independent reads as well. So that's everything. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. Take care.